have several upcoming projects here at Reigning Grace Ranch that are happening this year and into next year. Actually, this year has been crazy if you've been a volunteer or anybody that's gotten a chance to walk the ranch. I am sitting in our butterfly garden right now, and it has gotten a complete facelift. We have a prayer walk. We have our butterfly garden, and right behind me, actually, you're starting to see the bones of our permaculture project, which is our orchards and our kitchen vegetable garden. Our plan is to plant 150 fruit trees down the back stretch of this ranch right here, and then also build in kitchen vegetables in those spaces so that we can have farmers markets and give back to our community, food banks, etc. The whole idea of permaculture at Reigning Grace Ranch is to really reuse and recycle everything that we have at the ranch. So as you walk down towards the horses, we've created a river walk space where we planted trees, and you see that we've actually planted our old feeders, the horse feeders that they used to use. We've used them as flower pots. And so what we're trying to do is recycle and reuse everything and integrate it back into the property. With that also being said, we're also starting to harvest water. And so as you can imagine, the desert doesn't get a lot of water, but when we do, we get a lot of water. It's like gully washers everywhere. And so what we're doing is we're strategically putting water cisterns underground that can collect storm water off of rooftops. As you know, we have the covered riding arena, and it puts off a ton of water when it rains. And so we're trying to harvest some water so that we can recycle it back into our garden out at Reigning Grace Ranch. The other really exciting project we have going on is recycling our horse manure. As you can imagine, at Reigning Grace Ranch, with as many horses as we have, the bane of my existence is always the intake and the outtake, right? Feed in, what comes out the other end. What do we do with both? They're both expensive to deal with. And so what we've started to do is recycle the manure into a material that we can use for gardening. And then eventually, when we have an abundance of it, once we're done supplementing the property with it, we will then begin to bag it and sell it. Cool, huh? We also have our healing barn that's going in right now. That's taken a little bit longer than normal just because construction is crazy right now. Prices are crazy. We can't find tradesmen to do some of the work. And so every time we get a piece of the project done, we have to wait for the next section. So it's taken a little bit longer, but you know what? At least it's in process and it's on its way. We have tiny houses going in for some of our staff to pilot a program of living on property. And we are going to begin fundraising next for a community space building that will sit up at the top of the ranch where we can hold meetings and classes and different things. We actually have two community space buildings. One will be like the gathering up at the top, and then we'll have Jenny's house down at the bottom. So there's lots and lots and lots of things going on at Reigning Grace Ranch. If you want to get to be a part of what's happening here, there's horses, there's little animals, there's little children. We have little animals on 2 legs and little animals on 4. We have the gardening, we've got building, we've got all kinds of stuff. So if this is something that sounds really interesting and intriguing to you, or you want to become a part of what's happening here at Reigning Grace Ranch, we invite you to come on in. There's a lot going on.